Hi, VencoreWeather.com, meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Monday, January 26th. We have entered a phase of winter that looks like it'll feature numerous cold air outbreaks and multiple snow threats, not only over the next several days, but over the next several weeks, perhaps right through the months of February and March. Indeed, a very cold and snowy pattern setting up for the second half of the 2014-2015 winter season. There, not only, of course, are we dealing with the major coastal storm later today and tonight into the day on Tuesday. There'll be another snow threat here in the mid-Atlantic region Thursday night into early Friday. And brutal cold air is looking like it'll arrive by the early part of next week. The first few days of February could see some record-breaking cold in the mid-Atlantic region, perhaps even below zero readings in the I-95 corridor about a week from now. Numerous snow threats continue right through that time period as well. Well, let's now focus in on the next 24 to 48 hours or so. We have a rapidly intensifying coastal storm later today and tonight, right through the day on Tuesday. Let's start off by looking at some of the factors involved with the reason why we believe this storm will develop explosively off the northeast coastline overnight tonight into Tuesday. This is the latest sea surface temperature anomaly chart, and all the areas in red and orange here are areas of above normal sea surface temperatures. Notice right along the mid-Atlantic and northeast coastline you have some of these red splotches here. Those are areas with well above normal sea surface temperatures. This time of the year especially, when you have well above sea surface temperatures in the western Atlantic, it can really enhance the development of coastal storms. Tends to destabilize the atmosphere with warmer air in the lower part of the column, colder air above that. A destabilization of the atmosphere contributes to the overall intensification of coastal storms. And studies have shown that especially during the second half of winter seasons, this kind of a pattern leads to intensified coastal storms, and indeed we're going to have explosive development from this particular storm later today and especially overnight tonight into the day on Tuesday. Another factor dealing with the explosive development of this storm is an influx of Arctic air. This frontal system now is sliding through the southern part of the D.C. metro region. It's snowing now at Dulles Airport. National Airport, Reagan National Airport has changed over from rain to a mixture of rain and snow. They too will be snowing shortly. Arctic air is pushing southward here. That combined with strong upper level energy and a strong upper level jet stream and those above normal sea surface temperatures will help to cause just explosive development as this low pressure area moves off the mid-Atlantic coastline over to the off the New England coastline. Again, tremendous development overnight tonight into the day on Tuesday. All of those factors are playing a role in this storm over the next 24 to 48 hours. Here's the latest radar loop. There's indeed some banding already setting up here over the Delmarva Peninsula, southern part of New Jersey. Light to moderate snow across southeastern Pennsylvania. Again, Arctic air has moved in. All the activity from here on out north of the Mason-Dixon line will be in the form of snow. And for the most part, this will become now an all-snow event in the D.C. metro region. Last hour, again, saw some mixing down at Reagan National Airport. That'll change over to all snow, and Arctic air continues to drop to the south. This area will just simply expand and intensify during the afternoon. Basically sporadic light to moderate snow over the next few hours, but during the afternoon, this snow will become steadier and heavier, and the brunt of the storm will be overnight tonight into the day on Tuesday. And the prime area for the nor'easter from tonight into tomorrow will be eastern Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and areas to the north and east, New York City to Boston, an all-out blizzard with 2 feet or more of snow and a lot of blowing and drifting. There can even be blizzard conditions later on tonight into tomorrow across eastern Pennsylvania throughout the state of New Jersey. Washington, D.C. will be to the south and west of the main action here overnight tonight. Even there will be accumulating snow on the order of a few inches west of the district to perhaps as much as 6 inches to the north and east of the district. In the Philly metro region, snowfall totals could widely vary by later tomorrow, maybe from 6 or 8 inches out in the western sections, perhaps western Chester County for an example, all the way to perhaps as much as 18 inches or so in the northeastern part of the Philadelphia metro region, eastern Bucks County, interior South Jersey, perhaps 18 inches or so, and again 20 to 30 inches by tomorrow night from New York City all the way to Boston, and that'll extend up into the southeastern coastline of Maine. Just an all-out blizzard for those particular areas from New York City to Boston. Again, blizzard-like conditions can extend tonight all the way across eastern Pennsylvania throughout the state of New Jersey. Well, we've talked about a couple of factors already with respect to the reasons as to why this storm will explode later today and in the overnight hours. One, the well above normal sea surface temperature, and two, the influx of brutally cold Arctic air. Well, there's also upper level energy. Here is the current map showing an area of upper level energy here right across the southeastern part of the nation. And notice here an influx of more energy in the upper level part of the atmosphere. This continues to drop to the south and east. This becomes negatively tilted and just becomes a very impressive upper level low. In fact, let's look at the 24-hour forecast for tomorrow morning at the 500 millibar level. And here we go. It becomes basically a closed low here in the upper part of the atmosphere. All that energy feeding in, and it causes tremendous intensification along the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast coastline. Well, one other factor here that is always worth looking at is the upper level jet stream pattern. Usually a jet streak is associated with tremendous intensification of a storm system down at the surface level, and indeed this is the current map here, just a very powerful upper level jet streak. This is actually at 250 millibars way up in the upper part of the atmosphere. This jet streak is associated with that upper level energy we just saw across the southeastern U.S. This is the main area of interest. So this dives to the south and east, this powerful jet streak, and just causes tremendous intensification along the Mid-Atlantic and northeast coastline. Let's now jump ahead 24 hours. And here we go by tomorrow morning. This is from last night's 0Z GFS model run. The jet streak is forecast to just wrap around this closed low. Again, all of this forming a powerful surface low here off the Mid-Atlantic and then northeast coastline that will be intensifying rapidly. Anytime you have rapid intensification, you can have thunder snow. I expect some thunderstorms producing snow overnight tonight into the day on Tuesday, especially in the region from New York City to Boston, perhaps even extending back into eastern Pennsylvania and across New Jersey. There will be some thunder snow, not all that uncommon in these kind of blizzards where there's rapid intensification. So anytime thunder snow occurs, the snow rates can jump up to perhaps 2 to 3 inches per hour. So any area tonight in the northeastern U.S. that experiences thunder snow will likely get a 2 to 3 inch per hour snowfall rate during that time. Well, finally, let's take a look at the surface map. This is from the GFS model run from last night. European model has definitely been putting out more in the way of precip, and we'll continue to monitor those model runs today, more in the way of snowfall from the European model. But this is the forecast from the GFS from last night for this evening. Here's that strengthening low by this time early tonight. Precipitation all the way back throughout the Mid-Atlantic region here. Again, for the most part, this will be snow from D.C. and especially in Philadelphia and New York City. Rapid intensification occurring at this time. The Arctic high pressure area that we did not have at the end of last week, and it resulted in a lot of mixing or changeover to rain, we do have with this particular system a fresh influx of Arctic air. Let's now jump ahead 12 hours to tomorrow morning. And here's the forecast map for tomorrow morning, early Tuesday morning. Low pressure, very strong, continuing to intensify off the New England coastline. Notice this common comma-shaped pattern to the precipitation pattern here. This is in what we call the cold convector belt region of the storm system to the northwest of the storm. All snow here at this time, and again, heavy snow from eastern Pennsylvania across New Jersey here. The brunt of the storm in that area will be tonight and tomorrow. Could still be some accumulating snow overnight tonight into tomorrow morning in the D.C. metro region. And in general, to the south and west, you'll have lesser snow. In the north and east, you'll have more snow. So in D.C., areas around Dulles Airport, for example, will perhaps end up with 2, 3, 4 inches of snow, whereas places to the north and east, up Columbia, Maryland, for example, may get 6, 7 inches of snow when all is said and done. In Philadelphia, western suburbs like western Chester County may get 6, 8, 9 inches of snow by the time it's all said and done, but eastern Bucks County, interior South Jersey, perhaps as much as 18 inches. By the time you get up to northern New Jersey, New York City, Long Island, all the way to eastern Maine, that'll be a pretty uniform, a 2-foot type of storm, perhaps even more than that, 20 to 30 inches in that area from New York City all the way to Boston, with a serious blowing and drifting. Finally, this is the forecast map for tomorrow evening, early tomorrow evening. By this time, the snow should be over with in D.C., winding down, perhaps already done with by this time in the Philly metro region, and slowly starting to wind down across New York City. Then the dig out will begin. Let me mention that the snow will end up being kind of the dry and fluffy type of snow, which of course can be blown and drifted rather easily. Winds will gust up to 35 miles per hour or so, even higher in the big cities, higher than that in the coastal regions. A serious blowing and drifting situation setting up for tonight and tomorrow, especially from New York City to Boston, but even across eastern Pennsylvania, maybe the Delmarva Peninsula, and much of New Jersey. There will be some serious blowing and drifting of the dry, fluffy snow. So a very cold and stormy looking pattern setting up for the next several days, several weeks, perhaps even the next couple of months, starting off with today's major nor'easter. That's it for now. For VencoreWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.